Okay, this video is going to show you and help remind you how to go ahead and start doing your section drawings. Very similar to our orthographics we did, but with a little bit of a twist. All right, here's our model. It's actually our first drawing, 6-1, all done and complete. So now we need to go put this over on our paper space. Make sure you're in the object layer, otherwise it may not print. So we're going to click over to B size. Now we have B size right here. We are going to start by going up to our layout, and we are going to pick our base. Now, we're going to take it from model space. Do you see the view that's coming in? That would normally be our front view. The problem is, we're not going to be able to slice the front view. This front view here actually needs to be our section view. So we need to choose the proper view, the one that we're going to put the cutting line in. So that is going to be, for this drawing, our front view, or the top, I should say. Top view, which is here. We're going to place our top view, right click, enter, and enter again. This is now in place, so that is where we're going to start from. All right, now, instead of us using projected, we're going to come up to section. And if you hold down section, you've got all these options with sections. This is going to be a full section. So we're going to click on full section. We're going to come down and we're going to pick our drawing. And now, we are going to hover. Hover means to just rest over top. See, that's our center. And do you see the line that's coming out? That is our polar tracking. And that is F11 if it's not on. I'm going to start our first cut line about ½ inch away from our actual drawing. Here looks pretty good. And now I'm going to drag this all the way across until I see that green line, or I can press my F8 so it's perfectly straight. That looks good, and it's about ½ inch. Notice the size here is about the same size as here from the actual drawing. So I'm going to pick that. Now, notice if I go up or down how the line of sight changes. I'm going to pull it down and place it here and right click and enter. Here we go. So now we've got our two views. Now normally this should suffice, but I'm going to have you do the side view also. So now we're going to come back to projected. We're going to click projected, we're going to choose our view, and we're going to bring it out. Now, if you check this out, think about it. What's missing? We're missing all of our hidden lines, so we need to edit this. We will pick this view, we'll come up to edit view, and right here where it says hidden lines, we're going to hide that and go to visible and hidden lines. So now we've got everything. So these are our views we have. Okay, now a few other things. Remember, being that this is the only thing on this sheet, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the title because we can see where it is. Now, in the previous video that I showed you was where we did our line of sight. Remember, this arrow here is not showing the actual cut line the way I'd like it to be. So for us, I'm going to come back to my Home tab. I'm going to come up here to my cut. I am going to take a regular line and I'm going to pick from endpoint to endpoint. If I put my thickness on, you can see it a little better. Okay? So now, with this, I need to add those lines of sight. What I'm going to do is come to my Insert, Insert, and Browse. Okay, line of sight is on my desktop, but you're going to find line of sight for you will be in your student drive. So I'm going to take the line of sight and tell it to open. Make sure it's exploded. Now, you got to remember, I don't know how this thing is turned. I think, if I remember correctly, mine is facing this way, which I need to have it facing up. So I need to rotate this, and I'm going to rotate this a -90 for mine. Let's see if I did this correct. And I'd place it right here. Mine came out perfect because -90 means it moved up this way. If I would have done just 90, it would have faced down because mine's coming in. I'm going to right click, reinsert line of sight, and tell it again. Oh, we got to do the -90 again. Another thing I could have done is just copy the other one if I'd liked and go to here. Now that I'm completely all set up. So that is what it's going to look like. So when I go to print and I restore my layer states, everything's going to come fine, and we won't actually even see this letters or these lines here. It'll be set. So the next thing you need to do is follow your sheet. Remember that little checklist. You've got everything done. Make sure you do your center lines. Make sure you do all your titles and things, and make sure you restore your layer states. Now, when you restore your layer states that has a section, you're going to have to restore it with a 3D section layer state, not a regular layer state. So that's going to be my next video for you. So I'll get that done in a minute. So that's your basic information on how to do a full section and the way I want these actual lines to look. All right? Thanks.